In this video, we're going to go over the basic things that you need to know in order to gain access to WordPress database, WordPress pages, and basically make any changes that you want with your website. So right now, you'll see on your screen the website that you have, marchandpromotions.com. Now, in order to make changes, you need to go into the back end part of WordPress, which would be located on marchandpromotions.com /wp-admin. Once you put that into your browser, you'll be shown the page that looks similar to this, where you would type in your username and password. Once you enter your username and password, you will then be able to see a screen, which is typically called the WordPress dashboard, and basically it's your table of contents that shows you all the different features and options that you have at your disposal. So I'm not going to go through every single nook and cranny just because we could be spending a lot of time, but I will go over some of the things that typically are common in terms of handing things over to the client and having them be able to change certain things. So for example, on your website there are pages that are involved that typically would get changed pretty often, or at least once in a while. On your site there is the about page, which is under the about. So once I click on there, the page refresh. So you have this page. You also have the contact page, and at this time we have the privacy policy in terms of use. I believe those are empty at the moment. Yep, they are. In terms of use is empty as well. So those are the 4 pages that we have on the site. Merchandise is a special feature type page, and the home page works a little bit differently. We'll go over those 2 components later. But for now, let's go to a page, for example, the about page, and let's say we wanted to make some changes to this page specifically. So in the dashboard, we're going to go under pages on your left hand menu, and once you click on pages, the page will, the screen will refresh, and you will see the 4 different pages that are currently on your site, which is again is the about page, the contact page, privacy policy, and term of use. So we want to go on the about Marchand Promotions, and once you hover over the link, you'll get an option called edit. So go ahead and click on edit. And once the page refresh, you'll see that the back end looks quite similar to the front end. There are some components that are missing, and we're going to go over those as well. So just to refresh, this is what the about page looks like, and what you'll see in the back end is going to be this part only. This image and then this text. This is actually the page. These other parts are actually going to be under a different section called widgets or content areas. But for now, as you can see, the about page is just the top part. So you have your image here and your text here. And if I wanted to make any changes, I could just type in whatever I want here. And similar to Microsoft Word, if you want to bold something, you highlight the word, you click on bold to bold it. Italicize works the same way. There's underlines. You can left align it, or you can right align it. You can even center it. If you highlight the entire word, you also can change the font styles down here, the font sizes, even the colors, and so forth. So quite similar to Microsoft Word. I'm going to go ahead and delete this. I'm not interested in making any changes. In terms of images, if you highlight over this, you could either delete the image by clicking on this kind of a no smoking type of circle thing, or you could just click on add media, and what you can do is upload an entirely new image. So you can go to upload, and then basically it's drag and drop. So if you have an image, you can just drag it into this spot, and if you do want to go that route, it automatically uploads the image, and then you would want to click on insert into page. Of course, I don't want to do that, so I'm just going to X out. If you want the image to link to another page, or it's one of those images where you want it so that if you click on it, it goes somewhere, you'll just highlight the image like it is now, where it's blue, and then you click on this little chain, which is basically a link. You click on it and you'll edit it. You'll be there's a pop-up that allows you to edit the page where the location is going to be. If you want it to open up a new tab, you can have it so that you just check that checkbox and it'll do so. If you want to go to another page that's internal, you can either just type in the actual URL, or you can just kind of select down here in the drop down box, or if there's a specific page, like let's say I wanted this to go to the contact page, I'll just type in contact. WordPress will, try to find that page, and there you go, contact, and then you click on this, and you can click on update if you want, that image, for example, when you clicked on, go to the contact page. So whenever you're done with your changes, nothing actually takes effect until you click on this blue button, this blue update button. Once you do, the change will take effect, and then you can look on your front end side and see if the changes do make the reflections that you're trying to do. So that's kind of an example of how to edit a page. Now, the About page consists of more than just the page part. There's these areas here, and these are content areas. Just like the home page is actually built with a whole bunch of content areas. This is a content area as well, and these are content areas. So you have this part, the Marchand Promotions, the global sourcing, custom designs are each separate content areas. Each of these, they're called sponsors in WordPress, but each of these sponsors are individual content areas as well. So let's go back and let's go through About page, and let's say we wanted to edit the middle content area, which is our support. On the left hand area, you will see a tab called Content Areas. You can go ahead and click on that. We're going to say leave this page, and we'll just wait for it to load up all the different content areas. So here you see that there's a whole bunch of different content areas. So we have our values, our support, our experience. Those content areas are these: our values, our support, our experience. These sponsors groups, sponsors 1 through sponsor 4, are the company logos. So we have Adiva Star Electronics, Adiva Star Lightings, Lemon Bee, Majestic Creek, and you can see there's like little thumbnails, so you can kind of associate which ones. So if you ever wanted to change those images around, you'll do it through content areas. There's some other ones like custom design, global sourcing, Marchand Promotions, and contact us phone number is in the header. The contact us phone number is this part right here, if you ever wanted to edit that content area. The custom designs, global sourcing, and Marchand Promotions, these three I believe are the homepage ones. Let's see. Marchand Promotions, global sourcing, and custom design. Yeah, so they associate to these three. And our value, or we went over that. Social media's category and merchandise. These three are the content areas that occur down here. So let's try to edit that middle one, like I said. So that one is About page, our support. All you have to do is go to our support, hover over it, click on edit, and let's see how. Okay, so they're basically bullet points, and let's say we want to add another bullet point at the bottom. You just click on our values, wait for it to load up, and essentially, press enter, and then you can type in your new bullet point. If you wanted to change the actual title itself, that's done up here, and that's kind of it in terms of how to edit a content area. Let's just do another one just so that get a little bit more familiar with it. I'll do another text-based one. So like our experience, this one has an image, but it's not too different. Let's go back to content areas. And go to our values. And again, the back end and the front end should look quite similar. It looks like our values, the image is actually embedded into the oh, I'm sorry, not that. Our experience. Let's go to our experience. But our values is what, 5 bullet points, so that equates to here. Or yeah, it is 5 bullet points. But let's just take a look at our experience. But yeah, the back end and the front end will look quite similar. So here, your image, if you want to change it out, you could. You can click on Edit Image. Or you can just delete it completely. And let's see what kind of content areas we were looking at on the home page, because you know, the ones on the footers are pretty similar. They're going to be bullet points. Okay, so these ones are a little bit more complex. So let's take a look at one of them. Let's take a look at Marchand Promotion. Let's go back to content areas, or at least go back to the main menu of it. And we're going to edit that one. And so we have an image, some text, and at the bottom, another image. And of course, the more button, if you click on it, goes to, you know, a specific page, the about page. So if you ever want to change that around, you just, you know, click on that, click on a link, and instead of going to about page, you'll, you know, have it go somewhere else. You'll redirect it somewhere else. So that's kind of the gist of pages and content area. It's a matter of trying to figure out, okay, what's a page part, what part is under pages, and what parts are under content areas. So anything that's in, you know, towards the top, it's the main portion of the page. Those would be under pages. So this is under the about page. All these other components, these are going to be content areas. Let's go over one more content area, which is going to be the sponsor group. So these 4 images. So I think there are like 1, 2, 3, and 4. But there's thumbnails, so it'll be easy to figure out which content area belongs to which logo. So if I wanted to change the lemon bee, you know, I'll go ahead and click on edit, and then yeah, just easily delete the image and just add a new image. The dimensions that you want the logo to be, just so that it's conform within the, you know, the layout, would be 94 width and 84 height, and that's in pixels at 72 dpi. So if you ever want to change logos yourself and not actually ask a web designer to do it, that's something you just have to know. It's 94 pixels wide and 84 pixels high. You can always just go into the code editor and take a look if you can kind of read the code to see, you know, what the dimensions are. Now, in terms of image changing, I personally don't like deleting the image and then going to add media and then insert an image on top of it, just because it could change some of the layouts and styles. My preferred way of doing it is to swap out the image. So basically, in order to swap out an image, what you would do is go to the media section, the media tab, and essentially find the image that you're trying to edit. So for that one, it's the lemon bee. You can either just navigate using these arrows and try to find the correct one, or if it's been tastefully inserted, meaning it has keywords assigned to it, and it's not like, you know, image 1 or image 2, but something that's a little bit more you know, straightforward, where like lemon bee, I assume the image should be called lemon bee. So like here, for example, the image that we want to edit is the one that's uploaded to the 3 sponsor group, because that's the content area that we want to edit. I'll click on edit, and then what you want to do is you want to go to replace media and upload a new file. So essentially what it's going to do is that it's going to take the new image and basically replace it over the old image, but still retain all the different styling that's associated to the image via programming. If you delete the image and you insert a new image in its place, everything gets erased. So there could be some weird issues. So my method is just to upload the new file in replace of the existing image. Okay. Some rules of thumb. Also, by doing it through this, you also automatically know what the dimensions are and the file type. So again, it's my preference and my recommendation to change images this way. And just as an FYI, you see that there's two images for Lemon Bee. Well, one of them is for, well, one of them we already know, it's for the content area right here. But the other one is actually for, I'm going to click on it because I think it does go to the product page. It's for this page, and it's for this one up here. And I think there's minor differences between them. I think this one has a gray background to it, while this one has a white background. So if you want to change the Lemon Bee logo, remember to try to change it in two places or wherever that logo shows up. So so that's it for this video. In some of the other videos, we'll go over how to add a product. Thank you.